right, Gwen needs our help big time here. I think of all the times we've done To Catch a Cheater, War of the Roses, I am not sure we have ever had a situation like this, because she already knows that her husband is screwing around. She already knows who the mistress is. The two of them want to know if there is a third that he is messing with.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, Gwen, good morning.
Great morning.
Okay, do I have that right? Like, you know your husband is screwing around, and you know who with?
Fiance.
Fiance.
Yes, my fiance, and I'm glad it's just my fiance. But yes, I have connected with the other young lady.
Okay, so tell us more about the story.
All right, so basically this other woman, she reached out to me, and we've been talking for it's only been maybe 2 weeks. But she reached out basically saying that she thinks there's a third woman, and that's why we decided to do this War of the Roses. So when she reached out to me, she reached out on Facebook and basically just letting me know she was having an affair with my husband, but she was not aware that he was married. So he completely lied to her. And once she found out, she immediately reached out to me to let me know. So basically, my fiance, we did have an issue early on in our relationship. He cheated, but up to this point, after that, he's been faithful. At least I thought he was. And that's how we got to the point of getting engaged. So this other woman tells me that she believes there's a third woman because he was using her computer, and he was so stupid. He saved his passwords on her computer. So she was on her computer one day, and she had access to his emails and his Facebook account because he saved all the passwords there. So she went through his stuff, and that's how he figured out that, one, he was married, and two, there's probably this other woman in there. So he had given her, she was giving me all these details. He gave her a different last name. So, at first, she didn't have any research or what have you until she was able to get into his passwords, into his Facebook account. But that's why she didn't know anything about me or know anything about his past or his, whatever. So now she's feeling sketchy. She decided to reach out. We, did some research, and here we are. So we want to do this War of the Roses to see, honestly, who he's going to send these flowers to, because now there's 3 women involved. And I know at this point it definitely doesn't matter. I have enough proof that we don't need to move forward with this engagement at all, and I'm so glad we did not officially get married. But I just want to make sure I have all the damning proof I have before I officially call it off.
All right, 2 things that immediately come to mind. First of all, this has been said so many different times that back in the day, used to be easy to cheat, man. But now with a digital footprint, you can't cheat anymore, right?
And this idiot saving his passwords on the mistress's computer.
You dumbass.
That's as dumb as it gets.
None of that 2-factor authentication.
Right. If you're going to cheat, you really have to take a look at yourself in the mirror and go, am I going to be able to pull this off, or am I a dumbass?
Do I have the IQ to be unfaithful?
It should be like a school. You should have to pass a cheating test.
And the second thing that comes to mind, and we've said this a lot over the last decade also, is that when these random texts or random calls come in and they're telling you that your husband is messing around or your wife is messing around, at least on this show, like 80% of the time, it's the real deal. It's not like somebody messing with you. It turns out to be the truth, and that's what we're finding here also. So, did you say you sort of know who you think the third might be?
I don't know. I don't know the third. I just think that I'm pretty confident there is a third, but I don't know who.
Yeah, well, why would you stop at 1? He's an ambitious guy. He's a hard worker.
What are you going through in life to where you are checking on the third woman in your life at the second woman in your life's home? That just doesn't make a lot of sense.
So now, at the end of the day here, Gwen, you know that this relationship is over, right? You're not going to...
It is so over.
Yeah.
It is so over. When she first contacted me, of course, I was frustrated. I was hurt. We're engaged. I really believed in him. I really trusted him. But at this point, I am so over it. I just want him to feel it.
Gwen, what are you tapping into that you're able to keep a straight face around him? Or because, like you said, Mistress number 2 hit you up like a couple weeks ago.
So, I mean, like I said, unfortunately, in the very beginning of our relationship, we already went through a cheating situation. But because the relationship was new, I gave him that grace. But this just shows me that he basically showed me who he was in the beginning.
No. I'm asking, like, since you've been in his presence, like you've known this information for 2 weeks, I'm sure you've hung out with your fiance in the past 2 weeks. What are you tapping into deep inside of you that you have not exploded on this man?
I like revenge.
Oh,
There it is.
Yeah, she does.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Okay. Let's see if you will get your revenge. Because we have tested him with To Catch a Cheater, War of the Roses. Gwen, you hang out for just a couple of seconds here, and we'll see if he's double cheating on you, okay?
All right, so we sent a fake promotional email to the email address Gwen provided for her fiance. He was offered a free bouquet of flowers, able to choose from several options with pictures. And his options were 1, my best bud. A true expression of friendship is seen in this beautiful pink rose plant, freshly budding and ready to bloom. Plant outdoors, and like your friendship, it will flourish with care. Number 2, cotton candy, a fun assortment of light pink roses, hydrangeas, and carnations that remind you of that sugary treat. 3rd, Alleluia. Aloe vera plants can soothe the skin, the air, and your soul. Let this easy to care for succulent care for you. And then, of course, as always, number 4, kabloom, an explosion of roses, red roses for the women who makes your heart burst. This bouquet of 24 red roses will be one she won't forget. So in exchange, she's asked to share some promo codes for a percentage off a future order. We sent the first promotional email at 10:18 a.m., and he did not take long. He ordered flowers at 12:10 p.m., so just a couple hours later. He ended up choosing cotton candy, which was the fun assortment of light pink roses, hydrangeas, and carnations that remind you of that sugary treat. And Gwen...
Did you almost say tweet?
I did.
You did.
Yeah,
tweet.
That's sugary tweet.
I've been hanging out with a 3-year-old way too long.
That makes infidelity sound so much more digestible when it's a sugary tweet.
I swear to God, that was Jimmy speak that just came out. And Gwen, he is not sending the flowers to you. He is...
Okay.
Yeah.
He is not sending the flowers to the mistress.
All right, next woman up.
He has sent the cotton candy bouquet to a woman.
Queasy rabbit?
Yes.
I thought I saw a rabbit.
We're trying to bring some levity to a really unfortunate situation, Gwen. No, he is sending the bouquet to the third woman. We're calling her Vanessa, but this is the alleged third woman. He set the delivery for tomorrow late afternoon to be delivered to a home address. And the note on the card, just brace yourself, it says, "Can't wait to taste those sweet lips this weekend."
Ooh.
Wow.
Ew.
I mean, what do you expect from a guy who kept his password saved on his mistress's computer? You're not going to expect a lot.
I mean, some game would be helpful.
I could get better game from Chat GPT.
Yeah. So the note on the card, "Can't wait to taste those sweet lips this weekend." Purple heart emoji, Dan.
Oh, we all know what purple heart emoji means. They're getting it on.
That he's injured in some way?
He's some kind of hero? What is,
Right.
He's a veteran.
what's going on here? What does it mean, Abby?
He's a veteran of the Great Bugs Bunny War.
If it was any other color, that would have landed.
Gwen, we'd probably be a little bit more sensitive about the whole thing had you not already known like this guy was screwing around and you were going to let it go anyway. So this just kind of confirms what you already knew.
It absolutely does. And the crazy thing is, you just said he's using purple heart emojis, which is interesting because he always used red heart emojis with me. And the other woman told me he used pink hearts with her.
Okay.
So he has us color-coded.
Wow. This thing is layered.
That's what I meant when I said it the first time.
He was on to something.
So he's not as big an idiot as we thought. I mean, he's very organized.
So here's the deal, though. If you can get access to his phone and look at most recent emojis, you can see if there's more than just 3 of you. Because if he's color coding you by hearts, you got to go look for all the hearts. So if there's like a green heart or a yellow heart, that means there's more than just the 3 of you.
Oh, damn. So Now you got even more to chew on here. I mean, at this point, if he's messing around with 2 other women, would it matter if it was 3 or 4 or 5?
Yes, it's a better story.
Okay.
Really?
If that's what you want to do.
Y'all would want to know?
Yes.
Oh, I would be done.
And then we're going to become...
I'm out of this
You know
thing.
why? Because when I go to the doctor get tested, I wanted all the freaking names.
That's fair.
All right, Gwen, you got the info that you pretty much already knew also. And if you want to take it one step further, you could take Cassie's advice and look for all the color-coded hearts in his phone and see how many times he's screwing around, okay?
I'm sorry,
I'm
babe.
sorry.
Listen, I appreciate it. Like I said, I knew, and I'll be just fine.
Okay.
Good for you.
The Bert Show.